this collaboration. And they'll be looking forward to catching your introduction when we get to you on Meet the Author, this whole series that we've have going on for the past few weeks. So if you are new to the broadcast, you're new to me, you're new to Mastering Meaningful Manuscripts, let us know who you are and where you're watching from. We like to connect with our viewers. You matter to us. You're not just a little number on the screen. You truly matter to us, and we'd love to connect and circle back around and make sure that you're watching and you're getting what it is you need as you work on your meaningful manuscript. You know, if you've ever had the desire to share a story and you were afraid that nobody would understand, that your friends and family would get offended, because, you know, we have those truths that some of us are too afraid to share, but they impact us. They impact everything about our lives, even the way we communicate. And that's what's so important about this book, Fiercely Speaking, because in it, we share how we found our extraordinary voices in spite of cultural traditions, religion, yeah, I know that's a lot of you, and trauma. And this guest that I'm going to be bringing before you today definitely gives it to you straight. And I'm excited to introduce to you the amazing Tonya Renada Moore, co-author of Fiercely Speaking. Yay! Welcome, Tonya.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Well,
hi, Audra.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. So let's jump right in and tell the viewers how we met, because this is a really interesting story, guys. I want you to know that if you've ever decided to do an anthology, you might already know some of your co-authors. So I think it's so important for you to hear this story of how this connection began. So give it to them, girl.
All right, let's see. It was way back when, and probably like 2001. So picture this, 2001, in an office building, downtown Norfolk, at Trader Publishing.
Wow.
That's where I met Audra Upchurch. Back then, she was not Audra Upchurch. Audra Green, I believe, something like that. I can't even remember now.
Let's get that name. Let's just moving on. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, I forgot about that.
Private joke, y'all.
Well, I don't know what attracted me to her, but it was almost instantaneous. Like, I mean, this little skinny little girl, this skinny little lady, glasses. But I mean, she was so smart. I mean, she was teaching me to take over something that she was doing, because she was moving on to something else. And she was teaching me how to do something. And she was just so smart. I was just so, in awe of her, that she was so fast, she was patient. And she just took her time. And ever since, we've made this connection, this friendship. So, and I've been happy ever since.
Okay. And it's so great because, we were friends for almost 20 years, and she attended my conference, right? And tell the folks how that happened. Well, first, before we even get into that, give them more about you, about Tonya Renada Moore. Who are you? Let the folks know. Let them connect with you.
Well, me, I am a mother, a wife, a sister, a daughter. I'm every woman. Okay. I am every woman. And I am also a Amazon #1 bestselling of Unchain My Legacy. You can pick that up on my website that I will be putting in the comments. Okay. And I work now as a expert virtual assistant, and I help entrepreneurs who don't have time to work on their everyday stuff, that frees up their time to work on their revenue producing projects. So that's what I do now.
That's awesome. And she also helps me, so I can attest for that. She definitely frees me up so I can focus on doing the things that generate revenue and allow her to excel in her areas of expertise. So now, what was it, 2 years ago? She showed up at one of my conferences to support me. as a friend. And through that, began working with me and is now co-author in one of my previous books and also in the upcoming book, Fiercely Speaking, right? So share a little bit with the viewers, just a little bit, because we can't give it all away. Y'all got to buy the book, Fiercely Speaking, when it drops. Okay. So share a little bit about Fiercely Speaking and give them the title of your chapter and just give them a little tidbit about what to expect.
Okay. In my chapter in Fiercely Speaking, my chapter is called Uniquely Made, All a Part of God's Plan. And it took me a long time to realize that, you know, alopecia, that's what my chapter is about, growing up, thriving, and living with alopecia, and how sometimes it was difficult. I suffered through self-image issues, self-esteem issues. I stayed hidden a lot. I didn't want to, you know, put myself out there. So in my chapter, I take you on that journey of how it was living with alopecia.
That's awesome. For you guys that are watching, how many of you know someone who lives with, because I don't like to say suffer with, I like to say live with alopecia? If you do, put in the comments a number one. And I'm going to be honest, I've known Tonya for almost 20 years, and I had no idea she had alopecia. I had no idea, you know, because I mean, I have my natural hair on the day, but y'all know I'm the wig queen, right? I got wigs in every color, shape, style, blue, green, red, you name it, I got it, right? So, and in our community, it's pretty common for women to wear wraps and wigs and things like that. So I never even thought about the fact that she had alopecia. And she doesn't know this, but recently another friend of mine who I was sharing about you and your journey said to me, well, Audrey, you know, I have alopecia too. And I was like, again, I got.
Yeah.
But I think it's because as women, and especially in the African-American community, we don't openly talk about it. And even though we have these friends that we're close and we're connected to, they're dealing with these issues, right? That unfortunately, a lot of times they have to deal with alone. Because the way our culture is set, you just don't talk about it. And so I applaud you for being bold and being courageous and sharing your story with the world and Fiercely Speaking, because there are so many women at home who are going to connect with it and not only be able to stand up, be proud, and live boldly with alopecia. Hopefully there's a mother somewhere that will have a daughter, that it will help facilitate the conversation with her daughter, and that young girl will grow up and be confident about who she is and not allow her hair to define the woman that she is. So I applaud you. So let's give the viewers the title to your chapter again, so when the book drops, they can flip the pages and find you.
It is called Uniquely Made, All a Part of God's Plan.
I love it. Uniquely Made, All a Part of God's Plan. Absolutely.
And I have a hashtag also. My hashtag is I am made by design. Hashtag I am made by design.
I love it. Somebody put that in the comments. Hashtag I am made by design. Because aren't we all?
Yes.
Aren't we all? Right? So yes, I love it. Y'all go ahead and drop that in there. So let's tell the viewers what's going on next for you, Tonya Renada Moore. What's next? What's on the horizon? And how will you utilize your book to leverage whatever's next for you?
Well, recently, a year ago, I did create a Facebook group called Thriving with Alopecia. And I think that my next move is going to be to get that going, because 1 out of 5 people suffer from alopecia.
Wow.
And I want people to know that when they look in the mirror, they don't have to be disappointed. They can wear the hairstyles that they want. You don't have to be ashamed. It's not a death sentence. And that's what I like. I like the fact that I can, wear the styles I want when I want. I can wear the wraps that I want, and that's my new thing now, my wraps.
And
I
you
love
working
them.
them,
I'm
honey.
learning how to do them.
You're working that rap today. I got to tell you, I'm sitting there like, okay, twist that, move that. Okay, got it.
So that is what I am going to be concentrating on next, helping people have a voice to
Yes.
speak freely, and this is a no judgment zone group, and you can share what your struggles are, and we talk through it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So if you guys have any questions about alopecia and that journey, make sure you put them in the comments and connect, and Tonya will definitely circle back around and hopefully help guide you through that journey, because it is a journey, but it's a journey you can walk through and thrive through the process, and she can show you how. So I thank you so much. Where can the viewers connect with you if they want to reach you later? What's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me through my Facebook page, Tonya R. Moore. On Facebook, that's my profile, TONYA RMOORE.
Got it. Did you get that, guys? If you got it, drop it in the comments and then go ahead and follow Tonya. Now, before we close, what would you say to a woman that's watching right now who is suffering with alopecia because she hasn't accepted where she is in her life? What would you say to her right now to get her from suffering to even believing that she could thrive one day? What would you say to that one woman?
Well, the one thing I would say is when you think about what you don't have, it seems to always be a burden on you. But if you think about all the good things that you do have, and you also have control over certain things. So I would change the things that I can control and not worry about the things that I can't control.
That's right.
And if you like to wear wigs, wear them. If you want to wear your hair bald, wear that. Whatever you want to do, there is no need to be ashamed. It's not as if this is something you asked for, but it's also what makes you you. That makes you you. Exactly. So embrace the skin you're in.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for Tonya Renada Moore for hanging out with me today. And I'm so excited to be able to introduce you, not just my friend, not just my business associate, not just my co-author, but as an amazing human being to the audience. So thank you so much. Guys, make sure you connect with Tonya Renada Moore. And if you want to hear more about these amazing authors and stay on top of this upcoming anthology, Fiercely Speaking, connect with us in Mastering Meaningful Manuscripts. And if you're already a part of the community, make sure you invite your friends and family. There are so many women out here that are struggling to find their voice. It's already there. They just may need our help in learning how to awaken it with Fiercely Speaking. Have a great day, guys. Bye.